Everybody, I'm going to be showing you this Werble app. This is a really dope app. This is one of the best apps to make some super dope gifts with pictures and stuff. If you look at just their little tributes to the artists, you can see some people do some pretty amazing stuff with this app. I'm just going to show you what I can do with this app. Now, what I did was I went on ahead and got a couple of clip arts. Well, actually, one clip art, which is this flag here, and I created this with Picsart. They have a nice little app that for picture stuff. So I created this. You'll see what I'm going to do here. So I click at the arrow up top for the next, and then I pick an effect. So I'm thinking I'm going to do something kind of cool with this one. I'm gonna make it a little trippy, but also have some meaning to it. So we're gonna go with maybe a tunnel effect. You know what? Just for editorial sake, we're gonna leave that there. Okay, but what I really want to do is I'm going to go back to the actual words. I'm going to highlight the words. I'm going to click on it again, and it takes me to a part where I can add some effects to the words. I want to make the words look like they're breathing, or lack thereof in this case. So I went to the pulse effect. I click on the plus sign. And what you want to do is you want to make sure it's on the right layer. See, the one is on the actual word. So this is what's going to affect that layer. Now, you scroll the circle over and it tells you what it does. This is bulge. This is what I would actually want to use to make it appear as if the words are breathing. See what I mean? Now, what I could do is I can actually make the range of this go a little bit deeper, because as you can see, when you go to range, this is how far it's going, which is not that far. I want it to expand a little bit more, so I'll bring it out. See how it really bulges now? All right. And if I want to, I can actually make this over here, make it suck in a little bit more too. That way it has a little bit more depth. But I'm gonna make it not so intense with the outward breathing, just more the in and out. Nice and subtle. All right, now this is what I'm going to do though. I'm going to turn the speed up though. I'm going to make it as if it's like hyperventilating. See what I'm saying? This might be more like it. You know what I mean? Because in the heat of the moment, you can't breathe. You try and gasp for as much air as possible, so you're breathing as fast as possible to try and get that air that you need so desperately. So I'm going to leave that as such, okay? What I was also planning on doing is I'm going to go back to my layers and effects, and I'm going to actually insert a picture. So I'm going to hold down that plus symbol, and I'm going to add a photo. I'm going to add this flag, right? As you can see, the flag is over top of I can't breathe, which I don't want it to be. So I'll grab it, and then I'm going to drag it behind it. So as you can see now, you can see the flag, and you can see the fact that the I can't breathe is there, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this extra layer by hitting the trash can, and I'm also going to get rid of this effect. Actually, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to change it. I'm going to do something a little bit more different. I'm going to bring some flames into this because I feel like America's on fire right now. You know, it was definitely on fire a couple days ago. I don't know about tonight. Hopefully, people are being a little bit more, I don't know, calmer. I mean, granted, I understand why we do it, but at the same time, we gotta do other ways. I love how I'm seeing the other protesters, the non-violent ones, doing their thing where it's non-violent. It's just the communities together, speaking out, making their voices heard. I dig that. That's That's what needs to happen. We need to be heard in masses. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for another effect here, another little fire effect. I'm gonna add some flames in various places. Dope. I forgot to add a layer. So that's a rookie mistake. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back to, actually I'm gonna use this one. All right. I'm just gonna subtly put it over the flag. All right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this layer. So I'll hold down the plus sign and it says, see, duplicate selected layers at the bottom. Boom, now I got another one. And as you can see, the new one is the one that's highlighted. So all I gotta do is just move this over. And boom, you have a duplicated layer. Now, if you wanted to make it look like, you know, the fire is not as consistent as this, you click on the layer and then you go back to pulse, right? And you want to actually take it back. You don't have to do it that way. What you do is you go to time. And since I have that same flame still highlighted, you go over to offset and you move it. And there, now the fire looks more like it's engulfed more than just it's a copy of the flame. Even though it's the exact same flame, it makes it look different because of the way it's burning, not in the same time sequence. So we'll leave that like that. All right, I like that. We could get a little deeper with it as far as the blending, okay? So when I say blending, like, let's check this out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the square on the end of the line here, and we're gonna highlight multiple effects, which are gonna be the two flames. Now we can go over here to blending, and as you see, the opacity is how, you know, how vibrant it is, right? And then here we have different modes for the blending. We have pen light. Let it go and see how it looks. So you can see the flag on fire, but the flames look more organic to it. I like that, right? And you can, so this switch over here is like the negative side of it. So you can make it look super dope by making it blue. Blue flames burn harder, you know, that's what they say. But we're just doing this just for tutorial purposes. All right. We can go through more of these. There's a lot of different ways you can use the blending. See, this is too much. Actually, I would move the I can't breathe in front of the flames, so that way you can still read that, because these flames are now engulfing the lettering because it's in front of the lettering, excuse me. Ooh, white flames, I like that. All right, I'm gonna go back to the original one I said I liked, which was the pin fire. No, was it pin fire? No. All right, I like that one. That one works. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to unlink the multiple layers, click on the text layer, move it in front of the flames, so that way it still pops. Now here's one cool thing we can do with the flag. Since it's on fire, we're gonna make this mug wave, right? Like it's in the breeze, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the actual flag layer, and then we're gonna go over to pulse. All right, now we're gonna click on the plus and check the layer that we have the new one on, and it's on the flag. So we're gonna go back to the mode. And for this one, I'm gonna go way over here to this one. As you can see, it's already making it wave, right? Now, I'm going to click on the top up here in the top corner. I'm going to expand that's the wave. I'm expanding the wave to be a little bit more intense. And I'm actually going to turn it a little bit more sideways. All right. And then I'm going to make it bigger so that way it engulfs all of the flag, makes the whole flag wave. You can't tell me that ain't dope. That is awesome. What I want to do though is I think I am going to turn up the wave sign just a little bit more, make it a little bit more intense. There you go. But I want the whole flag to wave, so I need to make this bigger. All right. And if I move it over here a little bit, there we go. That works. That works. So this, I think, is good. It's simple, but it's effective. It's getting my point across, and I hope you guys like it. So now all I gotta do is click the save button. It's gonna render it. I am going to save it as a photo. I'm gonna save it as a video, actually. Reason why I'm gonna save it as a video is because if he's uploaded to Instagram, then it's better that way because they make it 6 seconds anyway. And then, yeah, it's easier to also import it into other things because I actually use other software to make movies or clips and things of that nature. So it's just easier to use this as a video clip instead of an animated GIF. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save it as a video and for 6 seconds. That way it's a perfect GIF. All right. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy that. And get the Werble app. It's only for Apple, but it's well worth it. Well worth it. Peace.